All right, so it's definitely what I believe to be a biological weapon when it comes like that with the balls. They're roll, they're loud. It's loud as fuck. Excuse my French. The time is 11:45 a.m., October 27th, 2024. There's vast and distinct differences between what I know are chemical gases, that are chemical weapons, military, and what are biological weapons, which are, again, military. So the one that I report recently that just causes this oozing and it liquefies all your stool is, I'm certain, it's a biological weapon or a nerve agent or something really serious. And they don't relent. They don't believe they have to go anywhere. They can, whoever this is people I've witnessed, but the ones doing it, I'm guessing. Often I see and hear them give up who they are. Like just now, it was law enforcement. As with the construction workers, they're hard to not, sometimes you just film them. They're so obvious. You're filming them, they're at your door. They're in the house, they're rampaging, but not every time. Sometimes you don't know who's doing it. And at that point, I have to guess. I can't tell you either. There are times where I get clear and distinct guidance in prayer, and it's spot on. But a great deal of the time inside of this terror cell, my guidance in prayer was I could not know who was under my floors. I could not know who was on every single wall throwing balls with chains that made me want to barf, and diarrhea every 2 minutes that one unforgettable night. I cannot know. In guidance and prayer, my answer from my creator is I cannot know who that was. It would endanger me too much to have that guidance. So I don't know who is doing a lot of this recently. I don't know, but I can tell you that the cops just gave themselves up. The law enforcement DCPD and the fire department, DCPD fire department, which everybody knows. They come here. They're world famous for coming here. The DCPD are getting girls to date them because they protect this fucking disgusting organ harvesting terrorist cell. But the girls they get to date them are these women out there shrieking and hackling at nighttime. I've seen the DCPD cruising like hot, cool guys with their windows tilted and their one hand on the driving wheel, looking for girls as they patrol and cruise past their protected terrorist compound. So these things I have seen. The construction men get girls to date them. They're waving at girls, talking real loud, get a lot of attention. All the girls are looking up. They cruise the street looking for these guys to go out with. This is the type of people I have witnessed, can write an essay about, which I plan to, and have experienced in this city. All right. So I know that, and I know that just after I got hit with this poison, whatever it is, I know that the police went racing with their sirens, and then the fire department went off real loud. All these sirens filled the entire area. You had to blast your sound machine. It was living hell. I want to say something on behalf of the good guys. They can't sit in, this is terms of speech, so just take it for what it's worth in terms of speech. They can't sit in here and watch me be poisoned to death. All right? And then Bama, all the cops drive past their protected terrace cell screaming their sirens because they're cops who just, I put money down on this because I witnessed it. It was a chain of events, and the math is adding up. Then all their cops were just under my floor. They've been down there, and this is who I see. I've seen, heard everything. Like, they don't give me anything I don't know. There's no anything I'm still discovering. The police, fire, and construction workers refuse to leave the sanctuary and compound. They're here 7 days a week. They're under the floors. They're everywhere, and I can't talk about anything I hear or witness in here. It's just full on unforgettable, jaw-dropping things. They never leave. They refuse to leave. They're going to duke it out and fight it out and duke it out with the good military until they take the capital, the compound. They're going to take their country. There's a lot of crystal methamphetamine involved with this, a lot of human trafficking, prostitution, the pimping involved in this. There's massive money involved in this. There's promises of political power involved in this. The Taliban, these really, really evil, malicious, scoundrel characters coming out of Russia have promised them this. Saudi Arabia, which is known for dismembering people, is involved in this. They've paid and bought. They bought and paid for all of our politicians, and many of them lined up for it with your Fortune 500 CEOs because of white nationalism, white supremacy. That was always here in the United States in the first place. So it was gasoline on the fire. Everybody's involved in it now. Half of them are because they're fucking white supremacists and they want to take white power. So they just loaded on board that train. There's just piling onto that train, and they all drove off on the train, dude. And here we are now. So they're throwing balls. I'm getting fucking so sick. I'm feeling so in despair. And so the good guys in the good military, terms of speech, can't sit around and watch me just get poisoned to fucking death. So, but then I'm here every day and I am being poisoned to death. And so I do have the justification to say no one's doing anything. You got to take so much action on this town that I cannot possibly do, okay? They've got the courthouse defending this, trying me as a defendant. And they've got their police and fire so fucking involved in this that the good guys got to do something way more than what I have been witnessing them do. They are now, right now, it's been the last 5 minutes. It's 11:54 p.m. Oh, I'm so sorry, I misquoted a.m. The construction workers are back. It's Sunday. They're here 5 days. They're here 7 days a week. They're back now, and they're in that same house talking really, really, really loud. I'm going to put my sound machine on so I don't hear them yelling just to talk. Yeah. It goes on and on and on and on. And it always starts up after the police have been swarming the area, after there's been all this poisoning in here. But I'm forbidden from talking about the construction workers. They just never leave. They're always here. So they're back in that stationary house working construction. And this is what I mean by they don't leave me much to have to discover. I've witnessed them do so many things. I'm not wondering one bit what they're all about. Neither am I with the Latin cartel, drug cartel. Violent offenders is what they are. They're violent offenders. They've been brought into construction yards. I'm not even wondering about them. And so they're surrounding the area again with their construction. And the cops are swirling by and the balls are throwing and the poison's going. And I do want to say that the police and fire are expecting and trying to organize today. They're trying to come in for a psychiatric phone call. I don't know, maybe they just call themselves here, but they're doing it because they want to say I have a mental health crisis And I'm imagining this whole place, so on and so forth. They're going to come to my bedroom door again. We're going to go on Instagram. They're going to cuff me and take me off in one of their squad cars, so on and so forth. So that is really big today. It just doesn't end. It absolutely does not end. All right. I get phone calls, text, harassed, stalked. They're shutting the water off. They're surrounding the place. They're on roofs. They're in yards. They're yelling. They're under the floor. They're driving by. But they're just fucking maniacs here. And it's going to take a lot more than what I've witnessed here. Now, there's something going on right now that I can't report. And I really can't be capturing it on film. But I am to say this. Anybody who wants to come to my bedroom door and knock, or anybody that wants to come in this house, I am to film them today. Film, film, film away. That's all they want anymore, okay? As they fucking butcher me with their fucking chemical gases, they still keep piling in here. They will never fucking leave their disgusting terror cell that's packed with dead bodies. All right, goodbye.